So I'm just making a quick little video here. I used the lines to go fuel replacement lines for the fuel lines on my 2000 Corolla, and it's lines to go was fantastic. I really highly rate them. The lines were perfectly pre-bent, very detailed instructions of exactly which line goes where, and you know, just very well labeled. The lines are, there are a couple of bends in the lines when it comes in the package, in the box. The box was a pretty good size, nicely well packaged. Nice sturdy box, so didn't have to worry about it getting damaged in transit. But anyway, I just want to give a quick view here of what I did. So there's 3 lines. One's a vent line, one's a return line, and one is the supply line. So the supply line connects right to this hose, the hose behind there, with that, where you see that little green clip. That clips into the hose, goes into the fuel tank, and then the 2 other ones run past here, go behind the fuel tank, and actually come up in the back there. This plastic piece I broke taking it apart, but it's not going really anywhere. So I just reconnected the lines up in there to go to the 2 lines, the vent and the return. And then underneath the car, and I think this is probably just a bad design from Toyota, but the sorry for the camera angles here, but this track kind of goes up underneath the lines and supposed to kind of protect them, sort of like that. I don't really like the idea of it. I get the protection part, but from the standpoint of road salt, I mean, I think it just carries the salt longer against the lines, and that's probably what rotted them out. I mean, the car is 22 years old, so not much more to be expected really from them. But they do connect in the middle, so they don't come one piece all the way from the front to the back. There's a connection there. There's a connection right there on the main line, and there's another one somewhere around here. Another one up there where it connects on the sleeve. So they all went in pretty well. I would recommend taking all of the old ones out first, and then also there is I don't know if it's like not a sway bar, but there's a link that goes between here and here. There's a bar. Actually, I'm spray painting it because it was completely rusted. So you take that bar out. It's just 2 bolts. It's easy to pop off, and it gives you a lot more room to access the fuel lines. And again, it took a little bit of work to tuck them back in there. I kind of made my own little, you know, I put some nuts on there where the studs came out, just to give it something to tie to. And I use zip ties basically to tuck them all up under there. And I think that'll be better off just leaving them like that and let the road salt just drip back off of them in the winter, instead of getting carried in that in this track here. I'd rather just leave that off. And with the connections here, which weren't there before, I don't know how well that's going to fit anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that off. Anyway, and I'll show you a quick shot of the engine compartment so you can get an idea of what you're into. It's not too hard to get to. It's right in the back of here of the engine. So you got the main supply line here. Of course, now they got all twisted up when I rebent them to fit underneath the car. Anyway, I'll fix that later. But you get the main supply line, the vent line here with this green tag on it, and then the return line. So they come up right through there, right in the back, and they're pretty easy to get to. Not too bad. Somebody also redid the brake lines at the same time, not too long ago, so I was able to tweak those a little bit with the nickel copper line. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just want to give you an idea of what you're in for if you decide to use the lines to go. Very happy with them. They're all pre-bent, pretty much like the originals, so can't say enough about them. A $200 job that would have cost probably well over $1,000 if I brought it somewhere. So anyway, any questions, throw them in the comments. Thanks.